Sam Altman has finally done what Silicon Valley has been whispering about for the past 2 years. According to several American technology publications, including Bloomberg, The Information, and Wired, OpenAI has begun full internal development of its own humanoid robot, which will become the physical body for ChatGPT. And while discussions about OpenAI robots previously sounded like rumors and futuristic speculation, the situation now looks completely different. More and more insiders claim that separate teams have already been formed within the company to work on robotics, motion mechanics, computer vision, and the creation of so-called physical GPT, an artificial intelligence that will not just answer questions in an app, but literally exist next to a human in the physical world. In essence, this marks the beginning of a new era where ChatGPT stops being just software inside a smartphone or computer and becomes a full humanoid assistant capable of walking, talking, understanding emotions, performing physical tasks, and gradually replacing humans in a wide range of fields. And the most interesting part is that all of this is happening against the backdrop of the most intense technological race since the invention of the internet. Today, virtually all major global tech giants have entered the battle for the humanoid robotics market. Tesla with the Optimus robot, Google DeepMind with its AI robotic systems, Apple, which according to analysts is also secretly developing home robots, Chinese companies Unitree and Xiaomi, Figure AI, Boston Dynamics, all of them understand one thing: whoever first creates a truly intelligent and mass-market humanoid robot will potentially capture a market worth tens of trillions of dollars. Some Morgan Stanley analysts even call humanoid robots the most expensive market in human history because it effectively means replacing human labor. Not one profession, not one industry, but literally the entire physical economy of the world. And that is why Sam Altman's statement triggered such a powerful reaction within the industry. According to sources close to OpenAI, Sam Altman has long been obsessed with the idea of creating the perfect digital human. Years ago, he said that current AI is limited by existing only inside screens. ChatGPT can be incredibly intelligent, but it cannot pick up a cup from a table, cook food, help an elderly person get out of bed, or independently manipulate physical objects. And this, according to Altman, is the next giant step in the evolution of artificial intelligence. To create not just a chatbot, but a full physical being with GPT-level intelligence. The rumors intensified especially after OpenAI's investment in Figure AI. This company has recently become a real sensation in robotics. Their humanoid figure robot can already walk, carry objects, perform simple tasks, and interact with people. But most importantly, Figure AI was one of the first to integrate OpenAI models into its robot. Videos of the Figure robot holding a full conversation, almost like a human, caused a shock online. Many analysts immediately said this is not just a partnership. It is the beginning of the birth of the future ChatGPT robot. Inside the industry, it is increasingly discussed that OpenAI could use the Figure platform as the foundation for its first mass-market humanoid robot. However, the design and overall concept would be significantly reworked. According to insiders, Sam Altman wants to make the robot as human-like as possible, not only in movement, but also in behavior, facial expression, voice, body language, and even emotional interaction. Some anonymous OpenAI employees claim that the company is discussing a robot concept so natural that people will stop perceiving it as a machine within minutes of interaction. Interestingly, this fully aligns with OpenAI's overall strategy. ChatGPT is already becoming increasingly human-like. The latest generation voice modes can speak with almost no latency, change intonation, joke, and understand the emotions of the person they are talking to. And if such intelligence is combined with a humanoid body, it results in an entirely new type of being. Many futurists already call this the first digital life form of the mass market. According to preliminary data, within OpenAI, several scenarios for the appearance of a future robot are being considered. The first is a more classic version resembling a human, but with a futuristic design in the style of Apple and Tesla. A white or black matte body, smooth shapes, minimalism, hidden mechanisms, a screen instead of a face, and soft LED lighting. The second option is an almost fully anthropomorphic robot with synthetic skin, muscle simulation, and maximally natural movement. Some insiders claim that this second version is the one Sam Altman prefers most, because he wants to create a robot that will be psychologically perceived by humans as a friend or partner, rather than a cold machine. And this is where things become especially interesting. The main competitor of OpenAI in this race is widely considered to be Elon Musk and Tesla, with Optimus. The irony is that Musk was once one of the founders of OpenAI. But now there is a real war between Musk and Altman over the future of artificial intelligence. Musk is betting on a mass-market industrial robot, Optimus, capable of replacing workers in factories, warehouses, and logistics. Altman, according to analysts, may take a different path, creating a highly intelligent and emotionally adaptive companion robot. This is why many believe that the future OpenAI robot will be significantly smarter than Optimus in terms of communication and adaptation. ChatGPT already today has a vast knowledge base, can analyze context, remember communication style, and maintain almost human-like conversations. If such intelligence is placed inside a humanoid body, the robot could potentially become not just an assistant but a full digital conversational partner. And this could completely transform the market. According to forecasts by Goldman Sachs analysts, the first mass-market humanoid robots will begin to appear between 2028 and 2035. But if rumors around OpenAI are true, the company could present its first prototype much earlier, within the next 2 to 3 years. Some journalists at The Information claim that inside OpenAI there is discussion of a major iPhone-level moment for robotics, where the robot will appear on stage, interact with the audience, and operate almost without human operators. A separate topic is the name of the future robot. Within the industry, dozens of rumors already exist. Some believe it will be called GPT-1. Others suggest OpenAI Human, GPT Body, or even Neo, referencing The Matrix. But the most popular insider version is Atlas GPT, or simply GPT-H. Many analysts, however, believe OpenAI will choose a very simple and memorable name, similar to how Apple chose iPhone. The price of such a robot at launch is expected to be extremely high. Early versions may cost between $30,000 and $100,000, especially for home models with full AI, next-generation hands, and autonomy. However, the main goal of OpenAI, Tesla, and other companies is to significantly reduce the price. Elon Musk has already said that Optimus should eventually cost less than a car. A similar approach will likely apply to OpenAI. Many analysts believe that by the mid-2030s, the cost of a basic humanoid robot could fall to $15,000 to $20,000 and then even lower. And that is when the world will begin to change radically, because once millions of people can afford a robot with ChatGPT-level intelligence, the consequences will be enormous. These robots will be able to work as couriers, waiters, sales assistants, security guards, nannies, household helpers, caregivers, cleaners, warehouse workers, and even medical assistants. Especially the service industry will change dramatically. Imagine restaurants where waiters never get tired, Amazon warehouses where thousands of humanoids work 24/7, hospitals where robots help move patients and deliver medicine, huge hotels where GPT robots replace staff. But even more important is something else. Such robots could potentially replace not only physical labor, but also part of intellectual work. Unlike traditional industrial machines, an OpenAI humanoid would have full conversational intelligence. It could learn directly through interaction. If a human shows it a task once, the robot can repeat it endlessly. And thanks to cloud AI, all robots could share experience with each other. If one robot learns something new, all others could potentially gain that knowledge within seconds. This is exactly what worries governments and economists the most. Some analysts already compare the rise of humanoid AI robots to the Industrial Revolution of the 19th century. Only this time, it is not horses and machines being replaced, but humans themselves. According to McKinsey, next-generation automation could affect hundreds of millions of jobs worldwide, with logistics, retail, manufacturing, and service industries especially vulnerable. At the same time, supporters of the technology argue the opposite. They believe robots will free humans from hard, dangerous, and repetitive work. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has already suggested that humanity should prepare for a world where AI performs most labor, while humans focus on creativity, science, and development. Some even believe governments may be forced to introduce universal basic income due to large-scale automation. It is also interesting that OpenAI could potentially gain a huge advantage over competitors thanks to its AI. Tesla is excellent at building hardware, batteries, and production systems. But OpenAI is currently considered a leader in generative artificial intelligence. And if the company can combine top-tier AI with a good humanoid body, it could create the smartest robot in the world. According to rumors, OpenAI is already testing models capable of controlling robots in real time through cameras and sensors. In essence, GPT is learning to see the world through machine eyes. With the rise of multimodal AI, this is becoming more and more real. The latest GPT systems can already analyze video, understand spatial environments, and recognize objects at a near-human level. The next step is teaching it to physically interact with the world. This race is developing especially fast in the US and China. Chinese companies are investing billions of dollars in humanoid robots. In Beijing, officials openly say they want to become the global leader in robotics by 2030. That is why the US is also trying to accelerate development. According to insiders, American authorities are treating humanoid robots as a strategic future technology, comparable to artificial intelligence and semiconductors. Many experts believe the first real mass-market robot from OpenAI could look like a mix of a human, Tesla Optimus, and science fiction characters. It would have a tall body, smooth movements, a calm voice, perfect memory, and constant cloud AI connectivity. Such a robot could simultaneously act as a secretary, assistant, teacher, translator, and even a psychological companion. What is most striking is that all of this no longer feels like science fiction. 5 years ago, ChatGPT did not exist. Today, hundreds of millions of people use it. And if robotics progresses as fast as AI, then within the next decade, humanity could indeed face a world where humanoid robots become as common as smartphones are today. And that is why many analysts call this moment the beginning of a new technological war. Musk versus Altman, Tesla versus OpenAI, Optimus versus GPT robot. And the winner of this race could potentially reshape all of human civilization. But the deeper analysts go into the potential humanoid robot project at OpenAI, the more it becomes clear that this is not just another smart robot. According to several former Silicon Valley employees who spoke anonymously to Western media outlets, the company is discussing a far more ambitious goal: the creation of the first universal artificial personality. Not just a machine for work, but a fully digital being capable of living alongside humans, understanding their habits, character, mood, and becoming an actual part of everyday life. Some insiders even claim that within OpenAI, the humanoid robot project is referred to as the next iPhone moment of humanity, because if the smartphone gave people internet access in their pocket, the GPT robot could give them a full artificial intelligence beside them 24 hours a day. What is especially actively discussed now is the issue of memory and personalization. Analysts suggest that a future GPT robot could remember almost everything about its owner: favorite foods, sleep patterns, music preferences, habits, communication style, schedule, health condition, mood, and even emotional reactions. And this is exactly what could make it far more alive than previous attempts at home robots. One of the biggest problems of earlier machines was that they felt too cold and mechanical. But ChatGPT already today can hold conversations in a way that makes many people perceive it almost as a real interlocutor. Now imagine that this intelligence gains a face, a voice, hands, and the ability to look you directly in the eyes. According to technology commentators at Wired, emotional connection between humans and AI could become the main weapon of OpenAI in competition against Tesla. Because Elon Musk's Optimus still primarily looks like an industrial robot, powerful, efficient, useful for factories and warehouses. But OpenAI, according to rumors, wants to focus on human interaction. Leaks about potential capabilities are especially interesting. According to the information, OpenAI is considering scenarios where a GPT robot could learn physical actions simply by observation. For example, a human would only need to show once how to make coffee, fold clothes, or load a dishwasher, after which the robot could repeat the task without additional programming. This is seen as a key advantage of next-generation generative AI. Older robots required rigid instructions, while new systems learn more like humans. Some specialists believe OpenAI may try to make the robot highly modular, allowing users to choose different versions: a basic home model, a professional business model, a medical version for hospitals and elderly care, and possibly even security or sports-oriented versions. There is also active discussion about a concept called continuous upgrading, where the physical body remains the same, but the intelligence constantly improves through cloud-based GPT updates, meaning the robot could effectively become smarter every week. Insiders also claim that OpenAI is discussing the problem of the uncanny valley effect, a psychological reaction where overly human-like robots begin to cause discomfort. Because of this, the company is reportedly considering a compromise design, a body that is highly human-like, but with a face implemented as a futuristic display showing animated eyes and emotions. Thus, the robot would appear friendly, but at the same time, a person would still understand that they are interacting with a machine. Another key topic is autonomy and energy. Some engineers believe that OpenAI may collaborate with manufacturers of next-generation batteries and energy-efficient processors so that the robot can operate for an entire day without recharging, because autonomy is considered one of the biggest challenges in humanoid robotics. If a robot runs out of power after only 2 hours, it becomes practically useless. That is why almost all companies, from Tesla to Figure AI, are trying to develop highly energy-efficient systems for movement and AI processing. But the real revolution may begin when GPT robots move beyond wealthy homes and tech companies. According to Bank of America analysts, by the mid-2030s, there could be tens of millions of humanoid robots in the world, and some futurists even suggest that by 2045, the number of humanoid machines could approach the population of major countries. If that happens, humanity will face the largest labor market transformation in history. Such robots could rapidly dominate logistics and delivery. Imagine massive Amazon warehouses where thousands of GPT-powered humanoids work non-stop without fatigue, or supermarkets where robots stock shelves, assist customers, and maintain order, or airports where AI assistants help passengers with luggage and navigation, or hotels where humanoids greet guests, deliver food, and clean rooms, all without breaks, vacations, or human errors. But perhaps the most important field will be elderly care. In many countries, populations are rapidly aging, and there is already a shortage of caregivers, which is why analysts believe humanoid robots could become a major solution for healthcare and social services, with GPT robots reminding patients to take medication, helping with mobility, calling doctors, providing conversation, and monitoring health conditions. And some experts even say this could be one of the main reasons governments begin to support humanoid robotics. At the same time, theories are already appearing online about how OpenAI might monetize its future robots, with many suggesting a subscription model where the robot itself would be relatively affordable, but advanced features would require monthly payments similar to ChatGPT Plus, meaning a basic level of intelligence could be cheap or free, while advanced capabilities would be premium, potentially creating the largest digital ecosystem in history. It is also interesting that some insiders mention possible integration between the robot and AR glasses and future augmented reality devices, meaning the GPT robot could see what the human sees, receive real-time cloud data, and effectively become a living interface between humans and artificial intelligence, which increasingly resembles the beginning of the cyberpunk future described in science fiction for decades. Against this backdrop, competition between Sam Altman and Elon Musk is becoming more intense, with journalists in Silicon Valley already speaking about a race to build the first digital human, where Tesla focuses on mass production, OpenAI on intelligence and adaptability, Google on ecosystem integration, and Chinese companies on speed and cost. And this race is progressing so quickly that even experts are beginning to lose the ability to clearly separate science fiction from reality. What especially worries people is the idea that GPT robots could eventually perform better than humans in almost every field, since AI already writes text, generates images, assists programmers, and analyzes data faster than many specialists. And when combined with a physical body, it becomes a system capable of both thinking and acting at the same time. This is what some analysts call the moment of irreversibility, after which the economy will begin changing at an unprecedented speed. But despite the fears, millions of people around the world are actually looking forward to the arrival of such robots, because for many, it represents a chance to finally escape boring routine work like cleaning, cooking, laundry, carrying heavy objects, warehouse labor, and customer service, all of which could potentially be taken over by next-generation humanoids. And if ideas like this once seemed like a distant future, they now appear to be a matter of the next few years. Some analysts even believe that the first real robot from OpenAI could become the most talked about technological product in human history, because it would no longer be just a smartphone, computer, or car, but the first artificial intelligence physically present next to a human being. And if the company truly demonstrates a humanoid as advanced as insiders expect, the world may never be the same again.